Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Rock and Roll with Arizona Bike Week. I am your entertainment director, Pete Cummings, here with event producer Lisa Cyr. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Pete.
We've got a lot of stuff going on, getting prepped for Arizona Bike Week 2026. We're officially on the right calendar year now, and it is coming up fast. All the preparations are in the works, and we've also established all the bands that we've got for the Rockyard, and we also had an amazing Rock Out to Arizona Bike Week event at Scottsdale Harley-Davidson last month, where we found our 4 winning bands that are going to be appearing on the Handlebar Saloon stage. It was a pretty good crop this year.
Yeah, they're really good. We're really excited. The 4 finalists from the Rock Out to Arizona Bike Week competition were Magnum Axe, Last Train to Juarez, Bad June, and Misconduct.
So it's going to be a really rocking lineup with these bands that have played the event, but their fans turned out in full force to support them at Rock Out to Arizona Bike Week. And also, we want to definitely thank all the bands that came out and showed out, and their fans showed up and showed out as well for that event. It was probably the most attended, I think, that we've had since we started the event.
It was very well attended, and the talent was so incredible that you and I are sitting down right now. These are the days when we sit down together, and we're going to try to get some of those other bands up on the handlebar stage.
I think so. That'd be a great idea this year to include as many of them as we can, because they make such a great effort.
Yeah, they were all great. All 10 of the finalists were incredible. So yeah, I think we'll try to find as many spots as we can for them.
Sure. So for those that may not be aware, there are 3 areas of entertainment that we usually have for you at Arizona Bike Week. There's the Rockyard stage with all the big shows. We're going to talk about who we've got lined up in just a minute. We've also got the Handlebar Saloon stage, which is a great place to see all these great Arizona bands giving you their all to keep you entertained for this wonderful event every year. And it's a great place to just detach for a little while. There's so much going on. There's so many things to see, but go and just slow down, get something to eat, have a beverage, and listen to some great local music. The Handlebar is always one of the coolest hangouts at Arizona Bike Week. And we've got My Domain, which is the kickstand, which is always a fun time. And we'll talk more about that on a future episode. But we're really getting excited about all the bands that we've lined up this year. So Rockyard, the Rock Out to Arizona Bike Week event, was a tremendous success. The 4 bands that we got are going to be appearing. They picked their slots for the Handlebar Saloon stage, and we'll let you find out a little bit later exactly when and where those slots are going to be. But we're also really excited about the Rockyard stage this year. And per usual, Lisa and her team of experts have put together a phenomenal lineup this year. I'm so excited what we've got.
This year we kind of drifted towards some more classic rock. We haven't had a lot of classic rock lately. And, our attendees call for it. We do surveys after the event and say, what genres, what bands, and that's really how the direction we go, is with what people are asking us for. Most people. You're never going to get 100% consensus, as It's just you ask 100 people about their favorite music and you'll get 100 different opinions. But anyway, so we've got opening night, Wednesday, we've got Blackstone Cherry. Thursday, we've got Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening. Super excited about that. Friday night, we've got Country Outlaw, Cody Jinks, and that's going to be a really fun night. Those of you who aren't familiar with him, he is up and coming, and he has just hit it big really fast. So you want to check out his music. It's great. And then Saturday night, we've got the Motor City Madman himself, Ted Nugent.
It almost seems like a Bike Week event wouldn't be complete without, at some point, Ted Nugent shooting an arrow off into the night sky and jamming out on Stranglehold. He's been there a couple of times, I think, in the history, but I think their time is ripe for Ted to come back, and I know there are a lot of people eager to see him, and I would assume ticket sales have reflected that as well. Man, that's going to be a great Saturday night.
Yeah, he was on our stage once before. It's been about a decade, I think, and we're excited to have him back.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show, and Also, Cody Jinks. Now, I'm kind of from a rock background, but Cody Jinks is definitely on my radar as one of these new up-and-coming outlaw country artists. His debut album came out in 2016, and I told some of the guys in my bands that I play in that he was going to be at the event, and they were very excited. They're country fans, and it's probably going to be a pretty jumping night, too, as well.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. He seems like a really fun guy, too.
And you were saying something about how he's got a good sense of humor when you were dealing with some of the paperwork and the administrative stuff that is involved with landing an artist. You sense that he's got a good sense of humor about what he does.
Yeah, usually, we get contracts and writers. We get production writers and hospitality writers and all of that. Miles and miles of paperwork for each of these bands that we book. And Cody's just had some fun little humor woven throughout, which is rare to see because those are usually pretty serious.
That's right. Van Halen shot to fame for the No Brown M&M,
No.
Line in their rider to make sure that they were well read, because something could go haywire if attention to detail wasn't adhered to. But obviously with Arizona Bike Week, we do a great job of making sure the artists are happy. And, there has been such a tremendous litany of artists that have appeared at Arizona Bike Week on the Rockyard stage over the years. Now, how long has the Rockyard been a thing for Arizona Bike Week, and how long have you been doing big shows?
Well, we started doing the national headline concerts every night in 2006. Originally, it was in the Handlebar Saloon. And all the way up until 2014, it was a big tent, but it was a tent. And as we got bigger bands, the year we had Heart was the year when we really realized we were outgrowing that tent. And we limped along, we were just so afraid to not have cover. It just brings another factor you need to worry about. What if it rains, kind of thing. And then finally in 2014, that was the year when we had booked Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top for the first time. And I can't remember everybody that was on the lineup that year, but it was just, the concerts were going to be too big to be under a tent. So we created the Rockyard, which is our outdoor concert arena under the stars.
And it's a great place to see a show. The weather is usually cooperative. I've always been every once in a while, like Mom Nature will rear her head and try and rain on the parade. But it seems as though the enthusiasm for the artists that have been booked consistently year after year at Arizona Bike Week, it seems as though people are so happy to be there that they really don't care about the weather, because it's not freezing cold. I mean, if it rains, it's ideally around the time of year that we do it. It's kind of refreshing, and it can provide a different dynamic. But I've seen some great shows at Arizona Bike Week when the weather has not cooperated.
We did something interesting this year. If you go to the Rockyard page on our website, we have a scroll across the bottom that lists all of the bands that have played on our stages since 2006. So it's kind of a fun walk down memory lane for people who have been coming to this event year after year to say, oh, I remember when Buck Cherry played, or I remember when Three Doors Down played. There's a lot of big names on there. When you see them on that scroll, it's pretty amazing.
As big as any venue in any major city. You have hosted through Arizona Bike Week some of the biggest names in music, and I thought, and it seems like almost breaking new ground every year. The addition of Marilyn Manson last year, who came through in a pinch for the event. I thought Marilyn gave a great show. I thought he was thoroughly engaged.
Incredible.
And I was so impressed. I'd seen him previously, but it was just like a new thing for Arizona Bike Week to delve into a genre like that, but I think it was seamless.
Well, yeah, and I'll tell you a band that I have been wanting to get for years is Jason Bonham's band. Led Zeppelin Evening is something that I have been talking about, and we have reached out year after year, and they've been busy, not available. So I'm really excited about that, because that is it. If you want to see Led Zeppelin, this is what you can see. This is going to be the closest thing you're going to do it. You're going to get to it. Plant and Page have adamantly stated that they will not be touring again. If you want to keep that music alive, do it through a band member's son.
That's as close as the world is going to get in 2026. And I saw them at Celebrity Theater many years ago, and they were phenomenal. You just close your eyes and you feel like it's 1977. You can really, really get a sense of the majesty of the music. It's definitely well executed by Jason and his band. So that's going to be a great night on that Thursday night. It's going to be tough to get up on Friday.
And oddly enough, Jason Bonham has played at our event before. He was with Foreigner when Foreigner played. He was drumming for Foreigner when they played at Arizona Bike Week in, I don't know, 2009.
A while back.
Maybe. It's been a minute.
It's such an enviable and respectable list that Arizona Bike Week has hosted over the years. And I would imagine that is not something that comes easily to secure the level of talent over and over year after year. Like, what are a couple of the challenges that you have when trying to get the kind of artists that you think are going to sell tickets and people want to see and that you're going to have a successful event with? Is it really hard to nail down who you get each year?
It is hard to nail them down. The first challenge we have is, are people going to like them? How are they going to be received? You have to throw your own personal taste out the window. And you just have to think about who's going to speak to our crowd, because that's all we're trying to do. We are not trying to get our favorite bands up on the stage. We're trying to get your favorite bands up on the stage, and that's not easy to do. With Blackstone Cherry, I had seen their name pop up when we put up social media posts. Who do you want to see? And I'd see them. I wasn't familiar with their music. I guess I'm too old, but but yeah, so I started checking into them, and I noticed a lot of the musicians. I see a lot of the local musicians were asking for Blackstone Cherry, and I thought, these must be talented guys, right? So I started listening to their music. Love their music.
Yeah, it's a great. It's like a heavy Southern rock kind of thing. It's like with attitude. There's a lot of attitude.
Yeah, it's such a unique sound in this day and age. It's hard to find something like that. I think they've got their little market cornered.
Totally. They reminded me in not necessarily the genre, but in what they had established for themselves is like a Texas hippie coalition. Same kind of thing. Where they have a very unique sound,
right,
and they have a very rabid, dedicated fan base that will come out. So I certainly hope Blackstone Cherry's crowd comes and shows up and shows out for a Wednesday night. And there have been so many shows, though. Has there ever been one that stuck in your mind as like just a little bit awkward or a little bit goofy or some weird story? There has to have been some shows that didn't go quite according to plan, and you can look back and laugh at them now.
Well, we had, I think one time we during a concert, our driver who goes to the airport and picks up the bands called me, and the band that was supposed to be playing the next night was flying in. He was at the airport, and they said they had just taken the front man, picked him up in an ambulance and taken him to the hospital because he thought he was having a heart attack. Oh. That was scary because he was supposed to be scary for him, obviously. Worried about his health, but also the fact that we might have a dark stage the next night. So it turned out it was indigestion, and he was fine. But yeah, you never know what's happening behind the scenes. We've always managed to get a band up there on the stage, but it doesn't go without a series of behind the scenes trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I don't think people have a true comprehension of just how much work that is required to pull off the event every year. And you start planning for this practically as the curtain is coming down on the previous year's event, don't you?
Yeah, we worked on the bands all summer long. It's a lot of making offers to a lot of different bands. The time of year our event is, there are some bands that just take the spring off to prepare for their summer tours. So they're either rehearsing or putting their production together or recording. So we don't have just the pick of the litter, because some bands just don't want to come out and play in April. And then, we have to keep them within a certain budget, because we don't, we could get some more expensive bands, but then we have to charge more for tickets. And we want to keep this event affordable. We want to make sure that anybody who wants to come can. Our rally pass for 4 concerts, all 5 days of the event, is under $200. So that's, less than $50 a concert, and that's unheard of.
Who does that anymore? Yeah, it's just an unbelievable deal considering how after COVID, everybody in the industry raised their prices. Everyone wanted that 2 years back.
Yeah.
They wanted the money they lost those 2 years. And so we've seen it reflected in concert ticket prices. But to keep that so affordable seems like a monumental accomplishment in the industry today.
It's not easy, for sure, because, the entertainment and event industry got hit as hard as any industry for COVID. And it did, when you saw the industry coming back, you saw all of the prices go up 30% and 50% and 100%. And so, we're paying 3 times what we were in 2019 for the same things and the same people. So
it has changed drastically. And fortunately, it was not insurmountable to bring you an incredible lineup this year, which we have. Again, Wednesday night, Blackstone Cherry. Thursday night, we've got Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening. Friday night, outlaw country artist Cody Jinks and the Motor City Madman bringing it home on Saturday night, Ted Nugent. And this is going to be a tremendous event this year. I can't wait to see you guys in the kickstand. I can't wait to see all our great bands on the Handlebar Saloon stage this year. And we've got a lot of other things coming back this year that were successful. I believe flat track racing is coming back again this year.
Yeah, not only is flat track racing coming back, but we've also got a slide school. So if you get in the Hellraiser Dome and you're watching those guys go around the track and you say, I can do that. Well, go ahead and take the slide school course and see if it's something you might enjoy doing. Because, especially the course we have, it's a little 8-mile track. So you are almost constantly in a turn. So you can't count on the speed of your bike on the straightaways to catch up with the other guys. It's all about the skills in the turns. And being able to do that effectively without crashing is the key to flat track racing. So Johnny Lewis is bringing out his slide school, and he'll give you it's like a half-day course you can sign up for. And you can sign up for that online at azbikeweek.com. And we've also got the Amped Electric Games guys coming back out, and they kind of messed around on the track last year. And this year they're going to come out and do an actual racing series.
Really?
So they'll be in there a couple days doing
such a cool thing to see. If people don't know what those guys do, it's gas-powered unicycle. No seat, no handlebars, just you and one wheel. And they jump with these things. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's literally a wheel, a motor, and 2-foot pegs, and they go like 60 miles an hour, something crazy. And they're going to be racing as well as messing around out in the stunt arena, and they'll be there on site. You can try them out. Have you tried one out yet?
I am to try that out. Look at me, I'm built like a gibbon on 6'4". My center of gravity is from my knees to my shoulders.
You've got a long way to fall.
I have a very long way to fall. But yeah, the Amped Electric Games is so cool. We've got the stunt shows. We've got so many things, just like you've grown to expect from Arizona Bike Week every year. And the musical lineup is top-notch as you would expect it from Arizona Bike Week. And we just can't wait for the event to come. We're a few months away, and tickets are on sale now. We have, obviously, the rally passes we discussed, but single-day tickets are available. And for people, sometimes there's a little confusion on what the ticket includes and how it works with the Power Yard and the Rockyard, just maybe so people have a better understanding, just explain how the tickets work.
So the Power Yard is where all the motorsports activities go on. That's where all the vendors are, and the stunt shows, and the local bands, and the kickstand, and flat track racing. And that's free admission until 5 p.m. every day. So if you get in before 5, you can go see all the stunt shows and shop all the vendors and all of that. It doesn't include the concerts. And then if you come after 5, there's a small fee. You can buy a ticket, a daily ticket or a week-long ticket. If you're coming in after 5 every day, you can buy a week-long Power Yard pass, or you can just come in before 5. If you want to go to the concerts, there are single day passes for the concerts, and there's a rally pass that gets you into all the concerts as well as the Power Yard.
Lots of options available, and I believe, don't we have those special seating for the Rockyard as well for each night?
Yeah, we have a variety of upgrade, either seating or front row standing. There's a lot of different choices as far as a level of tickets for the Rockyard.
You guys should check them all out and purchase. They're going fast. It's over at azbikeweek.com. And if you're also interested in camping, a camping space is still available?
Yeah, we do still have some camping spaces. I mean, they're filling up fast. The most desirable ones go first, but what's desirable to one person might not be to another. Maybe you don't want to be in the heart of the parties and the wildness. Maybe you want to be in a more quiet, secluded area where you can get up at 5 a.m. to go riding. It's just everybody has their own specifications. Exactly.
Well, and that's why Arizona Bike Week is such a fantastic event. And we always stress that you don't necessarily need to be a rider to come out and enjoy the event and enjoy all the neat stuff going on. I think that's something we always want to reiterate, is that even if you don't ride, this is a fun time.
Absolutely. It really is.
And of course, we've got great concerts for you this year. Blackstone Cherry, Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening, Cody, Jinks, Ted Nugent, and this plethora of fantastic local bands you're going to see on the Handlebar Saloon stage, and perhaps a couple up on the Rockyard stage as well. Details to come soon. But in the meantime, we thank you for joining us for this edition of Rock and Roll with Arizona Bike Week. And we'll see you at the event April 8th through the 12th at WestWorld of Scottsdale.